For the 11th straight season, the Stanford Cardinal are the pick to win the Pac-10, but the Cardinal is followed closely by UCLA, which rattled off a perfect 10-0 start in league play. Last season, Tara Vanderveer's squad came just minutes away from the national title, falling to UConn by 6. Kayla Peterson, Jeanette Poland, and Nneka Agwumike anchor a team that went 18-0 in Pac-10 play a year ago and recently gave the coach her 800th career win. Nikki Caldwell and the UCLA women returned 4 starters, including the dynamic duo of guards Darcia Morris and Darina Campbell. A 25-9 season ended with a second-round loss in the NCAA tournament. Across town at USC, Michael Cooper enters his second season trying to improve upon last year's third-place finish. Junior guard Ashley Corral is back after averaging 15 points per game a year ago. She's just one of 3 returning starters for the women of Troy. In Berkeley, Joanne Boyle's Bears dipped a bit last year with a 4th-place finish, and the Bears will once again be young, returning all 4 starters, all of which are sophomores. Arizona State was the fashionable choice to dethrone Stanford in years past, but Charlie Turner Thorne's squad finished 5th a year ago. Now they feature 3 returning starters. The Devils will also get back Diamond Simon, who missed all of last season with a knee injury. In Tucson, Nia Butts' Wildcats have finished in 8th place the last 2 seasons, but senior forward Ife Ibekwe and sophomore guard Davalyn White are 2 of 4 returning starters. That duo combined for nearly 30 points per game a year ago. The Huskies' 6th place Pac-10 finish last season got them into the Women's Basketball Invitational, where they lost in the second round. And with just 1 true senior, the Dogs will be scrapping to make it into the Pac-10's upper division this year. And in Pullman, June Doherty is back for her 22nd season of head coaching in college basketball. April Cook led the Cougs in scoring a year ago with 14 points per game, and she'll need to do more of that in order to bring Wazoo up from a 9th place finish last season. A look at the preseason poll as voted on by the coaches. Stanford the favorite again for the 11th straight season. The Bruins get 1 first-place vote. USC, California, and Arizona State round out the top 5. The Ducks picked to finish 6th, could do better than that, just in front of Arizona. The Evergreen State holding down a tie for 8th, and the Beavers are 10th. And of course, a big non-conference game still to come here as the conference season gets underway is December 30th. Stanford hosts UConn. Now, the Cardinal were the last team to beat the Huskies before they started this huge win streak.
Seems like long ago. April 2008, the Final Four, the national semifinal. That's when Stanford took down UConn, and then, of course, the Cardinal off to Tennessee for that national title. But that's a big game. A lot of people are going to watch. But that's tough, though. UConn going all the way across the country, coming down on the farm, and see what they can't do with it.
Title game rematch, 6-point win by UConn to win the national title last April. Also, UCLA, I mentioned at the top of the show, 10-0 now. And Nikki Caldwell really has a nice core there with the 4 returning starters, Darcia Morris, Darina Campbell. They have some talent. They could push Stanford a little bit.
They do, and then you look towards the end of the season, the Pac-10 tournament moving down the road from the Galen Center into the glitz and glamour of Staples along with the men's tournament. So see if they can get a little more people in the stands and kind of get a little more juice into that tourney too. Yeah, good they're combining it. And I should add one of our favorites returning, as we heard here in that piece, Diamond Simon. All Pac-10. All-time name ever, right? Yeah, we love it.
Exactly. All right, we're almost done in this preseason edition of Inside the Pac. But before we go, time to toss out a few predictions on what should be a very entertaining conference season. Inside the Pac, we'll be back. Welcome back to the show, and every year we make some predictions. I don't know, we win a few, lose a few, I guess.
That's kind of the game you gamble on that, right? Not being biased, so I'm going to lead it off here. You just saw that beautiful shot that Ashley Bias has. I say she will lead the Ducks in 3-point shooting percentage. And don't count the Beavers out. You saw that great non-conference record for them. Many coming into it thought maybe a winless or a 1-win Pac-10 season. I'll step out and say they win 3 conference games. And then our annual pick from the farm, Stanford wins not only another Pac-10 title, but makes a 4th straight appearance in the Final Four.
That's right, 11 straight Pac-10 titles going back to the 2001 season. Mark it down. I'll go ahead and jump on the bandwagon. But as I mentioned, UCLA 10-0. Don't be surprised if they knock off the Cardinal, and remember that I said that. The Oregon women aren't as explosive on offense yet, but they they're maybe getting to that level that they were at last year. I'm sure they're maybe going to take a step back, though, here as they get it cranked up. And from the wreckage that LaVonda Wagner left behind, the Beaver women somehow will be better than expected. And be sure to join us live from Glendale, Arizona, Sunday, January 9th for our BCS Bound live 1-hour show previewing the Ducks and the Auburn Tigers. Cam Newton and Auburn against Darren Thomas and Oregon in the BCS title game. It's a full hour the day prior to the biggest game in Oregon football history. BCS Bound, Sunday, January 9th, 5 to 6 p.m. We'll be live from Glendale outside that big silver stadium.
You keep looking at that forecast, you go, man, sunshine.
Sunshine and
good.
70s. The conference season gets underway on New Year's Eve. Ducks and Beavers begin the season in the desert in Arizona. We'll see you next Sunday for the regular season premiere. So long.